Well, it is Wednesday morning, a little overcast here in Ohio. We're heading to school. I have the truck still with me. Pick up my car hopefully later this afternoon. Later this morning, I should say. We finally got some racing in last night. It was Tuesday night racing at Northfield Park. Who do we have? We had Rose Run AJ and we had Felix, Never Lose Felix. Now today we have racing at the Meadows. We have racing in Northfield Park. Memento Mori is in today, yes. Big day for him.
At the Meadows?
Yeah, he's feeling good coming in, so I hope he... then he's going to Plainridge next week. That's right, Ollie. You're paying attention. So Ollie got a good grade yesterday on his project, I heard.
Yep.
Good job, buddy. Addie Bear's coughing a little bit, so she's going to have the day off school. She's going to have the day off school and is lobbying hard to come to the Meadows with me. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out this morning. Now, back to last night. Obviously, this morning we're training horses. The only scratches I know of right now are the castration of Go Strong Hanover. He's off today. Perfection Hanover won't train today. He was castrated last weekend. He's ready to go Saturday, but not today. And then the two horses that I trained hard, I told you guys I trained Love Sensation and Highest Honors on Monday a little harder, so it wouldn't have been fair to come back with them in 2 days, so they have the day off today also. They'll be fine to come back on Saturday. And now, last night, as I said, Never Lose Felix and AJ. AJ traveled well. I want to take the blood of him today. I'm suspicious that maybe he tied up a little bit. He seemed sharp enough and felt good enough. I could have driven him differently, but I wanted to let either Chris Lems or Justin up into his bridle just to see what he'd do, see what his mindset was. I haven't seen AJ in a while. You know, would he, finish with the earplugs in and drive away from Chris Lems, or would he be polite and let him pass? And it was the latter, unfortunately. We come out of the last turn and I let Chris right up alongside AJ. I called on him and he's like, you go ahead. You go ahead. So I'm the way he kind of fizzled away from me, I want to believe that there was something going on with his blood. We'll see. He felt sharper than he finished. It's hard for me to explain that to you. I was a bit surprised getting defeated by that horse in the final strides, but at the same time, I don't know that AJ was at 100% last night. We'll see when we take his blood today. Listen, worst case scenario, he's a little bit of a coward, and we race him as such. Stay in the 4-hole, come first over and attack horses that maybe were a little compromised, although Chris Lems' horse won with the earplugs in, so he likely wasn't compromised. Put him in gear. Don't let them up into his bridle. Don't let them look for a fight. Those are things that you can do when driving a horse that maybe doesn't have a black belt in Eye of the Tiger, so to speak. So we'll see how. These people, I'll tell you what. We'll see how. What's that? No, that fella there was a little bit of that lady there was a little bit of a Honkosaurus Rex. We'll see how that plays out next week. Now, I'll know in his blood, and if it comes back, his blood comes back fine, then correct your driving strategy accordingly, I guess is the best way to put it. And then we had Felix. Listen, that was a salty enough crew for him. He's a 58, 59 trotter, and 58 is max right now. What I do notice, and I said this to Lauren last night, is that Felix he's a very tall, lanky colt. He's putting on a little bit of weight. He's looking better, and I did toy with the idea of racing him in the Stallion Series, but really what it boiled down to was to race him in the Stallion Series. Jason was going to have to enter him. Jason does not have a PA trainer's license, and the paperwork to get one for one particular start to race a horse that's going to be in pretty tough. It just made more sense to say we'll forego the Friday Sire Stake or Stallion Series race and go for a maiden claimer where he'll probably do well. So it made more sense. I mean, I can make the argument that racing him in the Stallion Series would stretch him out. He'd follow speed a little bit, stretch him out a little bit, and be on his resume. But it wasn't to be this Friday. So Never Lose Felix will come back with a maiden race, I guess next Tuesday. I would imagine next Tuesday. So those were the two horses that raced last night. As Ollie said, Memento Mori, and Ava said, Memento Mori races today. I think he's in a good spot, if I'm not mistaken, where he should do some good. Of course, that would load. I'm more interested in Chicago Hall later in the week, and obviously, Hattie Bear. And Chicago Hall later in the week, and obviously Gaslight Hall's class. Somebody asked, where is he? Well, he's racing on Monday. A host of horses that'll be entered for Sunday at Northfield Park also. So we have lots going on, but first and foremost, I want to focus on the babies that are training this morning. So those videos will come to you live at 8:15 this morning. Got to get out of here. I got to get done. Addie and I got to get on the road. Potentially, Addie and I got to get on the road at... I think 10:45. I think I start the 4th. So with that, I hope you've had a great start to your morning. We have so far. We're on time. Everybody's on time. We're going to get to school on time, and hopefully have the babies on the track on time also. So with that, I'll let you go. Take care. Have a great Wednesday. We'll talk to you all later on today.